Let's see what's on Twitter today. Huh? What's this? Pokemon announces Unite. What? A free-to-play MOBA game for Switch and smartphones. Okay, alright. Well, let's assume that the Pokemon fan base, as great as they are, just took this with a grain of salt. They couldn't have taken this that badly, right? Oh. Oh no, that's... Oh. Alright then. Man, we've heard of Pokemon in fighting games. We've heard of brushing your kids' teeth featuring Pokemon from that one TV show that nobody's heard about. I don't know what I'm talking about. And now here we are with League of Legends featuring Pikachu from that one little Pokemon series that we're all talking about. And my question is, why? You know, like, I'm not saying I'm, opposed to the idea of a MOBA featuring Pokemon. I'm just curious as to why it's here, It's interesting to say the least, but honestly, when it comes down to it, this is really random. I'm all for game companies as a whole to give literally any kind of innovation to whatever IP that they're doing, but going from Pokemon as like an RPG series to Pokemon that's a fighting game all of a sudden to, oh, now it's a gacha game. Oh, now you can brush your kids' teeth featuring Pokemon. Now there's also puzzle games, which, I mean, we're not talking about just Cafe Mix. Troze was also a thing, and I think that's fine. Now there's also a MOBA all of a sudden, And there's some slight bias to this, I'll 100% admit, because I played League of Legends for way too long. And I'm just kind of tired of the whole MOBA genre. And I'm pretty sure that anybody who's played, like, Battle Royales can say, oh, if another Battle Royale comes out, it's just going to be another Battle Royale, So there's always bias into... But it's like... Let's look at Game Freak as a whole here, right? They've just kind of been conquering... Well, let's be a little lighter here. They've been making genres for every game involving Pokemon. You've got your card game, you've got your RPG, which is literally Pokemon. You had the gacha game, which I believe the gacha game no longer exists from what I've been told. You've got... Did I say fighting game? You've got Pokemon Snap, which is, I guess, a casual game, I guess. What would you classify Pokemon Snap as? Which is also just a fighting game. You've got Pokemon Puzzle League, which is like a puzzle fighting game. Now you've also have a MOBA. So Game Freak is just towering through genres, which is pretty cool in one perspective, but it's also kind of jarring in another perspective, As a person that had just watched this, it was very confusing, but it's also kind of interesting. I will, of course, want to try it out, because anything that has free in the tag, I will try out at least once. But I'm also not one of those Pokemon fans where if I see it and it's not literally a mainline Pokemon game, I'm going to hate it, I think Pokemon Cafe Mix looks cute, and I will give it a try eventually, because I was a fan of Pokemon Troze, and I think the art style of, like, the pieces look like Pokemon Troze. Even though they're two completely different games. And I'm always down to try something new. I haven't played a MOBA in a little bit, probably a little less than a year, probably a little more than half a year, because I stopped playing League of Legends. I think the only thing that Pokemon hasn't done is a Pokemon shooter, and if I see Squirtle with a fucking gun, I'm going to lose it. But I thought I had more to talk about with this, except for it's just so interestingly weird. And the community responded literally exactly how I thought they were going to respond, which was, I don't like it. Why is it a MOBA? I guess I could talk about how I think it is mechanically. I think it's pretty unique. as far as it is mechanically. Because if we look at the trailer, the way that the trailer gameplay-wise showed everything is pretty interesting. So the way that it looks like it goes, everybody starts at level 1, as most MOBAs go. And it looks like it's kind of an objective-based MOBA. It's like a score attack kind of MOBA, and once you get to a certain score, you win the game. And it looks like the goal is you fight the minions, which it looks like they were like Apoms or Rattatas or whatever wild Pokemon there were. So there's not really like a jungling mechanic for anybody who's actually a veteran in MOBAs. And then over time, you'll level up, and then your Pokemon will evolve. As you level up, your moves will get stronger, and your objective is to, however you do it, go and claim points. Which that was kind of vague. How they showed that you get points. You kind of stand on a platform and then you get points, but I don't know how you build up points. You just stand on a platform and then you build the points that way? Or how does that work? I guess playing it once they actually announce a release date. By the way, they never announced when it will actually be released. Pokemon Cafe Mix was actually legitimately announced, and we actually got a release date shortly after. Like, it was announced and it was released on the 23rd. I'm recording this on the 24th in case I don't actually upload it same day. But, I mean, everything else was kind of straightforward from the trailer. I guess most people couldn't really tell what was going on through the trailer. I have some MOBA experience, so I kind of noticed a few things. Like, I noticed, like, some players were whooping other people's ass. And I think the only thing I really didn't notice is how the fuck people were getting points, you know? All that I heard was the commentator was being like, and Snorlax is getting points! And that one time where the Talonflame player destroyed that Pikachu, you know? Which was kind of funny. So, I mean, I will be down to clown and try it out. As long as there's no voice chat, we'll all be fine. Considering it's crossplay between the Switch and mobile devices, that's interesting. So I guess we'll always tell like who's playing what. But I think, isn't Arena of Valor on the Switch and also maybe cross-platform? That being said, I don't plan on spending money on the game at all, because that life of spending money on MOBAs is behind me. It's very interesting. I don't really know how to feel about it, except it exists, and nobody really asked for it. I don't know. I also have a reaction video to the Pokemon Snap reveal, and also that whole video. I'm thinking about just splicing it to just make it Pokemon Snap. Anyway, I'm rambling in a rambling video. TLDR, it's interesting. Nobody really asked for it. The Pokemon community literally reacted the exact same way I thought it was. I'm not heavily excited. I'm not disappointed. I'm very neutral, and that's how I usually am. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. My name is 5Uber, and I will see you guys next time.